I don't know music, so I don't know like the universal sign for shut the fuck up, Mikey. I'm just gonna do that. Your first comic, very funny. He took a little hiatus for a little while, but he's extremely funny. He's worked at the Comedy Connection in Providence. You may recognize him from the local trivia nights here in Newport. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome for the very funny Dennis Hofer.
Thank you. Yeah, Dennis. Hello. How's everyone doing out there, huh? Let me hear you. I can't see you. I can only see these first two rows. So how's everyone doing tonight? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Who cares? Let's just get to the comedy, right? So as Doug said, I host a local trivia night. I don't know if you guys have seen me down there before. My favorite part of the trivia night is the team names. I wrote some down to share with you tonight. So this is the always classic, my couch pulls out, but I don't. You got a quiz on my face. On a scale of Jerry Sandusky to Casey Anthony, how much do you like children? In the same vein to that, I guess, when you do abortion, it brings the kid out in you. There's always, at a retarded prom, every dance is a slow one. Usually with your mom or dad. You get a little dirty with the, I like my women like I like my scotch, 12 years old, a little Coke. Hey now! Sick whistle! And of course, my personal favorite, the Tempor's Women's Shelter for lightly battered women. Tokyo House would like that one. Some of the, one of the things I love about it are the trivia answers I get sometimes. One of the questions was, what band wrote the songs for the new Spider-Man musical? And the clue I gave was, it's a really shitty band. Of course, the answer was U2. But someone wrote Nickelback, and I was like, wow, imagine if that was true. It'd be like, look at this spider guy as he's floating through the sky. It always sounds like they're making up the lyrics as they go along. Speaking of music, how many people out there like music? You guys don't like music at all? Any of it?
Love music.
There's one kind of music I don't understand at all. You guys ever heard of Screamo before? Screamo music?
No.
It's like a more extreme version of emo, as if emo could get any more extreme.
No.
And it usually goes like, the singer has two different kind of voices, sings something like this. He's like, I love my girlfriend, but she's so mean to me! It's like, who the fuck who relates to that? I can't imagine like driving my car and being like, oh my god, I totally agree with this guy. I'm such a fucking pussy. Another thing I never understood about music, and I'm glad it's kind of going away, is the whole thing in rap, where they had the hype man that would be like, no shit! No shit! Ha ha! What the fuck was that? It was kind of like he was trying to scare you, like it was like, no shit! You're like, oh! He's like, ha! I got your ass! I recorded this mad long ago, but I got your ass. So baseball season starting soon. Anyone excited about that? Yeah, I'm pretty excited myself, although I must say there are some people out there who are not excited. I don't know if you guys heard about this or recall, but last year a pitcher in the Little League threw a pitch and killed a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, killed a kid. Just hit him right in the chest and killed him. I mean, it's crazy. But I mean, imagine being in that picture, right? I mean, jeez, that kid is fucking killing it. He's gonna go through the majors with an awesome nickname like Killer, but he could always just change his name to Murderer and get a deal with the Ravens, right? Yeah. Murdering athletes making money. So, can we talk about sex toys for a minute? Sex toys? Yeah, see, ladies are all like, sex toys, yeah! Guys are like, sex toys, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's a double standard when it comes to sex toys. Like girls, if you hear that your girlfriend's got a sex toy in her purse, like a little pocket rocket or a little rabbit, whatever the fuck it is, you're like, oh my god, you're so bad, I can't believe it, oh my god. You're so naughty, I can't believe you have that. And guys, if you hear a girl's got a sex toy, you're like, oh, fucking hot, I'm getting laid tonight, you're fucking awesome. But anyone, guy or girl, hear a guy's got a sex toy, you're like, what a fucking creep. Who is this guy? And we're supposed to be the hornier ones, right? But I mean, think about these things like a pocket pussy or a fleshlight. You guys know what a fleshlight is? Some guy looked at a flashlight and was like, I could fuck this. The flashlight. I mean, it looks like a flashlight, but you can put your dick inside it. Who is the ad genius who came up with that one? But I mean, think about a flashlight. It's a self-contained thing. Like, okay, you're using the flashlight, you're like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Just like it says in the box, it feels like a real box. And then, as men always do, women don't usually, you come. Oh. That's how I come. Oh. And then after basking in the afterglow of coming, you realize, I gotta clean this fucking thing out. I mean, no one wants a crusty fleshlight. I mean, but cleaning that thing out, that's disgusting. Guys, if the hottest girl here tonight came up to you and asked you to... Get that out of the way. It's halfway through my set, but I just got out of the way. To ask you to clean it out afterwards, you'd be like, before you did it, because you know you definitely fuck her. All right, well, that one was, fucking mic stand, man! So have you guys ever met someone that can use the same word for everything? I was working with this kid, and he was telling me about the night before, and he was like, oh, bro, we're down at the beach, and we're fucking ripping waves. We went home, started doing some bong rips, and we're ripping shots. Went down to the bar, and we were ripping beers. Brought this girl on the dance floor, and we were ripping it up. Took her home, ripped her panties off, and I was straight ripping puss all night. I wanted to be impressed, but I was like, ripping puss. That's gotta be the least sexy thing I ever heard in my entire life. Ripping puss. Can you imagine being that girl? Your intense, passionate night of lovemaking all boiled down to ripping puss? You think that's a medical term? You think she went to the doctor and he was like, this puss has been ripped? You been seeing Mark? Because that guy is crushing bad. Jesus. So jealous of that guy. So anyone else sick of Redbox? Redbox, anyone here?
Yeah.
Fuck Redbox, right? Redbox fucking sucks. Fuck Redbox. Like, you ever notice wherever you are in that Redbox line, you hate everyone in that fucking line? You're in the back, you're like, oh, this fucking asshole is gonna take all the good movies. He's gonna take Transmorphers 2, Spark of the Moon, or G.I. Jose, Rise of the Rattlesnake, the Mexican G.I. Joe. But also, who came up with that name Redbox? Redbox? It sounds like you should have a white string hanging out in the front of it, right? Redbox? Really? Sounds like a porn star album. You know, I can't work today. I totally got a Redbox. I was working with Mark. He ripped my puss last week. They should have called it like Heavy Movie Flow. or like movies, period. I got one little short one for you guys before I go. I'm a bartender. I work down at the cookhouse, and yeah, whatever. Fuck that place. But no, it's great. I love it. Some of the customers are a little hard to handle though. This woman walks up with her friend, and she's like, "Oh my God, you know what I would love right now? I would love a vodka soda with a whisper of cranberry." Whisper of cranberry. Her friend rolled her eyes, and I was like, "All right, I got an audience. I can do something here with this." So I made her a vodka soda, and I leaned over and I went, "Cranberry." Hey, right into her drink. Her friend fucking lost it. She was fucking pissed. She didn't say anything. I like breathe. Is it breathe? Breath? Broth? I don't know. But I breathed into her drink, and she didn't say a word. But yeah, whisper, "Cranberry." Fuck you, bitch. You guys have a good night. You got some great times for you.